Hello guys, welcome back, and today we are going to be opening up the limited edition of Kuro no Kiseki, or the Dengeki special pack, the 40th anniversary edition. So it does come with a few extra goodies as opposed to the standard limited edition that comes from Falcom. So this arrived on Tuesday. It actually arrived 2 days earlier. I was expecting this to arrive on Friday, but I got a knock on the door on Wednesday and there it was, behind my bin. So it's going to be cool to open this up, to be honest, and I am doing the commentary post footage because that is the way that I want to do these videos going forward. The only downside to it is that I have to use my phone at the moment rather than using my DSLR camera, which is a bit of a downside. I would prefer to use that DSLR because the quality would be better, but hey, at the moment I can't find a way to get the tripod to stand properly with the DSLR on top. So I'm going to have to find a way to do that. I'll put like a slab in front of the tripods to stabilize it. But yeah, let's have a look over what we've got here. So the first thing I got was this special magazine, or the Falcom magazine, exclusive for Kuro no Kiseki. And you can see there they've also advertising the East 9 Super Arrange album. Very cool as well, arranged by Jindo, who does some of my favourite, well, some of my personal favourite songs in all of Falcom. And we're going to have a little scan through. You can see they got a prologue synopsis right there. Talking about the prologue, of course, Zerofield have now completed the text capturing phase and the translation phase, I believe, of that prologue. So I think they're actually up to chapter 2, last I checked. So they're doing pretty well. And I had a little fan through the images as well, just to see what we got here. But yeah, that was a pretty cool item to have. I did the same with Hajimari no Kiseki last year. To be honest, when it comes to these new editions or the new limited editions, I will always buy those magazines as well. I feel like they need to be there as part of a set. Anyway, moving on to the next part. So this is, well, these are some extra items from the Dengeki special pack. The Spriggan edition is basically just one box. You'll see that a bit later on. But these parts here come from the Dengeki special pack. So there's some DLC there. I just put that off to the side because, well, there's really no point in even having that there. And the first thing we're going to be looking at is this. It is a synopsis or a summary of all of the Beyond the Genesis episodes from Hajimari no Kiseki. So people who have played Hajimari no Kiseki will know what these episodes are. They're basically introductions to Kuro no Kiseki in a way, like story arcs that happen before it, or during it potentially, who knows. And I think it goes without saying, guys, that if you are watching this, it is a Kuro no Kiseki video, so, you know, you are going to be spoiled if you're watching it, so don't be sad if it happens. There we go, that was, I believe, the one with Rin going to Long Life City, I believe it is, with his parents, and then encountering Shizuna for the first time. There we go, that comes with the edition, and then we also got these clear folders as well on top of all of the main characters from Kuro no Kiseki. Well, the main characters from the group. Obviously, it doesn't have the side characters like Elaine or Shizuna or anything like that, but let's have a quick look at this anyway and see what we got. So in terms of price as well, just to let you guys know, I think I spent around about 23,000 yen on this altogether. It might have been a bit less than that. It's pretty good value for money, I'd say. I'd say overall, I did prefer the Hajimari Limited Edition. I just think that was such a special edition, to be honest. In terms of everything that came with it and the way it looked, it was just brilliant. And I did prefer that more, but this is still pretty decent, I'd say, overall, for what you're getting. So you've got, obviously, Aaron Way on the back there. Well, obviously, you've gone past Ferry and Van and on Agnes as well. You've got Reset here. I'm going to be real here. I think, like, even though I do love Katsumi Inami's art, I think that it's a bit unflattering to Reset. She looks a bit like an android in that portrait there. In game, she looks great. I mean, can't say. I mean, the rest of the portraits look good. Well, the rest of the sprite art looks great. I think Reset just looks a bit weird to me. And we got Bernhard there as well, oldest member of the cast. So yeah, those are two extras that you got with the Dengeki special pack. Alright, and now we're going to be moving on to the big bulk of stuff that was like bubble wrapped off. That's going to include the Spriggan Edition and 2 other extras as part of the Dengeki special pack as well. So we're just going to be opening this up right here. As for the service that I used, again guys, it was Treasure Japan. Always brilliant. I can't really say anything bad about them. They make it so easy. Obviously a little bit extra, but they make it very simple for you. So if you ever can't order something from abroad or from Japan and they don't send it to, say, your country, then you can use a proxy service, and I always recommend Treasure Japan because they are that good. I've been using them for just over a year now, so nothing bad to say about them. So here's our Spriggan Edition. This is your standard limited edition that you would get from, say, Falcom. Yeah, looks pretty cool. And obviously open this baby up. And it's a replica of the Zypher unit, so the new augment unit that we're using now is called a Zypher. It's pretty cool actually, I quite like this. It's fairly small, so quite easy to store. So it's not going to be taking up too much space, and I really like how it opens up. It's really cool. Really sleek. And then you've got Mare as well, who is like the custom AI that Van uses, I believe, to assimilate into his other form, or Grendel. I'm not so sure how that works yet, but I don't really want to know until I play it. So as you can see there, it's got 4 items in there. You've got this art book first, this Kuro no Kiseki art book. And of course we know who's on the front there now. We know it's Van, you've got Grendel, and you've got Mare in the background. And in here we've basically got a little encyclopedia of the new region that we're going to be exploring in this soft reset of the Kiseki series. And that's basically what it is. It is a soft reset, so to speak. Even though we're carrying on in the general narrative, or the overarching narrative, it's obviously so many new things. You got vehicles, like obviously all these different brands of vehicles now. You got lorries and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool to see in Calvert, because obviously we haven't been seeing this up until this point. We've only been seeing very classical models in the likes of Crossbell and Erebonia. So, and then you got obviously the main characters as well. A little bit of art of the main characters. You got Ferry there. You got Aaron. So yeah, nice little art book there. And now I'll be moving on to the data file. And this character data file is basically just to look at the character models, see them in their different poses or the different costumes as well. Nice little item here. You got Van, obviously showing off, showing what he's all about. I've been hearing good things about Van, which is nice to hear. It's nice to hear people have a general good, general good perception of this character, because obviously, you know, with what's happened with Reen and stuff like that, a lot of people like him and a few people don't like him, and you know, it's nice to hear that a lot of people seem to be on board with Van at least. So I'm excited to see what he's all about. So here we go, we got our mini soundtrack. I did have a listen to the music as well, some of the music, and the command-based and the action-based music is actually different. I never actually realised that. I actually prefer the command-based theme tune. The action-based theme tune was okay, but I much prefer the command-based one. But I think that's pretty neat that they changed it up for both modes. I'm wondering how that's going to incorporate into the game, if it's going to consistently switch between the 2 different modes, but, you know, that's a cool idea. There we go, we've opened it up and had a look. And just have a quick look inside of the game this time. Not much to see, to be honest, it's just the game, as you would expect. So yeah, there we go. And now that we're done with that, it all fits nice and snug back in your Zypher unit replica. And there we go. Like I say, I do like the design of this. I must admit, Falcom are really good with the design of their limited editions. The Hajimari one from last year and this one as well, very cool. Very simple to store as well. So, moving on to the next one. This one, I believe, did come from the Dengeki special pack, and it is a mug. And to be honest, I needed a new mug because this morning I put my tea in and it was leaking, and it turned out that there was a massive crack in my cup that I have used since university, so I was a little bit sad about that. So maybe that's a sign that I should be using my Arkwright Solutions Office mug from now on. Maybe I'll put those in my future videos, who knows. But a very standard mug, nothing special there, just a little print on the side of a white mug. You see that pretty standard everywhere. And then finally, here is the item that comes with the 40th anniversary edition. This only came with the 40th anniversary edition of, well, from Dengeki, and it is the ornament replica. It's quite nice. There we go. Open that baby up, and there it is. You can see it's quite small. I will admit, I would have preferred it to be, well, a bit bigger, and the box as well doesn't actually have an indentation for it to kind of sit into, which I was a little bit disappointed in, but the actual ornament is nice. It's got a lot of detail to it. It's quite heavy as well, I must say. There's a few pounds on your hand right there. Yeah, nice item to have. Like I say, I do prefer the Grandmaster edition from last year. That kind of portrait you got of the Grandmaster from the Hajimari edition, but hey, this is alright, this is fine. At the end of the day, I mean, if you don't buy it, you'll probably regret it going forward anyway, so I just took that initiative. But there you go, guys, that is the Kuro no Kiseki Limited Edition. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next week for another video.